I'm going to have to make this video fairly quick because my iPhone 6 is not very good. It doesn't have much space. I have 8.8 gigabytes free right now. Now, I'll probably re-encode the video to make it smaller because I know that this is probably going to make a fairly large file size because it's an iPhone 6. So just before I upload it to YouTube, just because I know how to do all that, where I can lower well, this looks a little too dark. Do I need light? Damn it. I don't have good lighting in my house. No, I think I'm pretty much screwed. What's the brightness on my 4K monitor? Maybe I could turn that up more if that's... No, it's at its max. Wow. So yeah, I guess the lighting is just gonna suck. Anyways, this Game Shark right here, this is version 4.0, and this I use to play Dreamcast imports. Now, obviously, if you're playing pirated games and stuff like that, you probably won't need that. But for legitimate copies, GD-ROMs and stuff like that, I use this. And I'm just going to put this away right now because I need to make space because I don't have much space. Anywho, I was just telling you that Game Shark allows me to play Japanese imports. I think it lets you play the other imports from like the UK, United Kingdom, England. Right here we have Coaster Works. I didn't really care for this game. I actually think it kind of sucked, but it cost me next to nothing. I was like, I don't know if this was like a $4 or $5 game. It was very cheap, and that was brand new. But yeah, I didn't like the game personally. My mouse cursor. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I have no room. I have no room over here. Actually, can I turn the light on over here? Would that help? My monitor, my other monitor. Can I generate more light? Is that helping generate light? I think it is. I may want to see something. I don't know. Anyways, let me get my mouse cursor out of the way. This website's not even working, so it doesn't really matter. All right, here we go. I have this game. This game's sealed though, and it's called Fatal Fury: Mark of the Wolves. That cost me a fortune. I have Armada right there. That's sealed too. I didn't open that yet. Oops. I really don't have much room at all. Wow. So that's silver right there. That's sealed copy, so I didn't play that. Here is Fatal Fury, the King of Evolution. I believe it's a Fatal Fury game. That's sealed. I didn't play that. I have one of the Fatal Furies open, and that's not one of them, obviously. We got Blue Stinger. I have a bunch of copies of Blue Stinger. Like I have two of the Japanese and two of the North American. This North American release is sealed. I have House of the Dead. It doesn't have the Ziploc. I usually like to put Ziploc on them. I must have forgotten that one for some reason. House of the Dead 2. Resident Evil 3. Game looks gorgeous on Dreamcast. Resident Evil 2 over here. We got Code Veronica. I don't think personally, I don't think Code Veronica, if you're playing on a flat screen monitor, I don't think Code Veronica aged very well. I think it looks better on Xbox 360 and PS3 personally. Over here I have Guilty Gear X. It's Japanese release, so I have to use the Game Shark to load the game up because that's how you play Japanese releases on the Dreamcast. Vampire Chronicles. This is a Darkstalkers game. I believe it has 3 different versions of the game on there that are a little bit different than each other. It's all about what you prefer more, but I think it has the same characters in them. Pretty fun game. I like this game. It's got a bunch of like horror monsters, and it's got like werewolves. It's got vampires. It's got Frankenstein. It has like yeah, and it's even got the what was it? Is it the Creature from the Black Lagoon in it or something like that? I believe they have a character that looks like that. Expendable. Trick Style. We got Plasma Sword. Plasma Sword is that is not a VGA compatible game. You will need something that converts composite or S-Video to HDMI if you're playing on a flat screen. Does not support VGA. I have this game, which is not an official Dreamcast game. I think it came out years later, maybe like 2017 or 18, I don't know. It's a game called Breakers. I haven't actually opened it. It's a sealed copy. We got Capcom vs. SNK. Very good game. This is an open copy. This is a very good game. I like this game. It's actually one of my favorite fighters, and I think it's a very fun fighter. I like that game. I think it's kind of underrated because everybody talks about Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, which are great games, but I think Capcom vs. SNK is very underrated, in my personal opinion. This is the open copy of one of the Fatal Fury games. This is not a sealed copy, and I have played this. This is King of Fighters. It's Dream Match 1999. And I think that means this game came out in 98. I think it just says Dream Match 99. I think I've read online that it's actually not a 1999 game. I forget. But this is a pretty fun game. I like it. I mean, those are 2D fighters. If you're coming for 30, if you prefer 3D games, I don't know. Revolt, very good game. Played it as a kid. Great game. I like it. Very fun game. We got Ready to Rumble Boxing. This is the first one. I also have the second one over here. The second one's special because you can beat up Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton in it. You could beat up Michael Jackson in it. You could beat up Shaq in it. But I don't have any problems with Shaq and Michael Jackson. I don't want to beat them up. But I'll beat the Clintons up. That sounds fun. So that's pretty funny. And the person they got to do the voice impression of Hillary Clinton really sounds like Hillary Clinton. I don't know who voiced it. I tried looking on IMDb, but it's not her either because you can tell that they're kind of making fun of the two in the game. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not Hillary, I don't believe. Anyways, let's move on. We have Blue Stinger. This is the Japanese version. It has a different camera angle. I actually prefer the North American release, but that's probably because I grew up with it. Some people swear by the Japanese version. I have a hard time getting into the Japanese version, so I didn't really get super far in it. I might have to go back and try to play the Japanese version, but I really can't stand the camera angle because it gets too far away from the character. It tries to look like it's trying to copy off like Resident Evil, and I don't like that. When they fixed the camera for that, well, some people said they've ruined the camera. Some people said call it the puke camera for the North American release. I think that's what the creator of Blue Stinger, who sadly passed away, he's also the creator of Illbleed, but he called it the puke camera. He wasn't happy that they made it closer, but I feel like the other one is more like almost like a precursor to Dead Rising, kind of, because the mechanics in this game are very similar to Dead Rising, where you eat food, you drink food. If you eat a salad, I believe, or something like that, you maybe some salad or meat or something like that, you increase your health bar. It's a very pretty cool game. You have like, it's not a survivor horror. It's an adventure game. Blue Stinger is because you have like almost countless weapons in the game. There's a lot of weapons in Blue Stinger. Spider-Man, got that. I believe that was also released for PlayStation 1. I think that's just the Dreamcast improved the graphics a little bit more. Not light years more. I mean, it's just a slight upgrade probably. I don't know. I have to compare the two probably. I don't know. Oh, this is another copy of Blue Stinger Japanese edition. When I have like multiple copies, that usually means I got a very cheap price on the game. Oops, I have mistakenly have a PlayStation 1 game on here. Actually, I'll show you this PlayStation 1 game. Why not? I have Dino Crisis 2 for PlayStation 1. Yeah, alright. And it's not part of the Dreamcast Collection, obviously. I didn't know I had that mixed in there with it. And then I got Dino Crisis. A great game, but the problem with this Dino Crisis is it doesn't support VGA. You would have to either play the pirated version, which I know fixed the problem with the, I think is it the cinematics that aren't in VGA? I forget. It might be the cinematics. Or something's not in VGA. It's either the gameplay or cinematics, and they fixed it on the pirated version. But the legit version, you're going to need either a composite or S-Video, and you're going to have to convert it with something that's like an HDMI converter or something like that. If you're playing on a flat screen, if you're playing on a CRT or an old TV or something like that, it's going to work fine with composite or S-Video. Let me move this over here, get this out of the way a little bit. I got Phantasy Star Online, I think it's version 2, I believe. Does it say on there? It's very dark over here. You probably can't read that. Yeah, I think it's version 2. I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's version 2. I'm not sure if you can read that. The lighting's so bad. It says version 2 right there. But yeah, it's very bad. The lighting's bad over here. I apologize. My house doesn't have a lot of lighting, and I don't have a lot of spots to do this at. Maybe I should have did it at a better spot. I don't know. I'll probably do this video another day anyways. I'm just doing this for now. We got, this came practically free with Darkstalkers. I don't even know what this is. Is this, what's this game called? I forget the North American release of it, it's called. But, yeah, I don't know what the name of this is. Does Climax Graphics make this? Is this also a, oh, is this Landstalkers? Is that what this game's called? I don't know what this game's called. But, yeah, I don't have the North American release of this, but this is the Japanese version. I can't play the Japanese version because I don't speak Japanese. I'd be playing an RPG where I'm not understanding the story and stuff like that. But it came free, so I'm guessing that this probably doesn't sell well in Japan. So, like, they just gave it to me for free. Like, oh, here, you can have this for free. D2. This game's cool. I like it. I think the gameplay could have been a little bit better. It goes from third person to first person, and I'm not really a fan of first person stuff. I'm more of a third person point of view fan of stuff. But it's not a bad game. It's very it's got like a little bit of a John Carpenter type The Thing to it vibe. I did beat this game, so, and it's pretty good. I probably have to go back and play it again. It's a really weird game. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just going to describe it closer to The Thing a little bit. But it's not exactly like The Thing. Just got some similarities. So it probably it's inspired a little bit, but not exactly. Zombie Revenge. That's like House of the Dead, but you can be co-op, and it's pretty fun. I don't know. I'm trying to get through this video before my phone dies. Speed Devils. Pretty good racer. I was actually shocked because I think some people talked crap about this game online, saying it's not good. I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. I mean, I have to go back and play it a little bit more. But yeah, I bought this copy brand new or something. I forgot what price I paid. I don't know if it was like around 20 or something like that. It was a while ago I got this. It might have been like 20 or 25 bucks or something, sealed. And that was in recent times, maybe like a year or two ago, or maybe last year. I don't remember. But it's pretty fun. I like the game. It's a solid game. Better than I was expecting, that's for sure. Here's a Codebreaker copy that also you can use to play import games, but this is not a legit Codebreaker. It's not the original Codebreaker. It's a bootleg Codebreaker, which they happen to sell online, and I wouldn't even recommend this because some Dreamcast won't play this. My Model Zero won't play this for some weird reason. It doesn't like whatever it's doing. My Model Zero, for whatever reason, it prefers games that are legit. Though it will play some pirated stuff, but it doesn't like this Codebreaker. I don't know why. I think it will play the pirated Game Shark version, even though the one I just showed you earlier with the Game Shark, that's a legit Game Shark. Anywho, we got Sonic Adventure 2. I didn't get far in this game at all. It's not my type of game exactly, because I was used to the style of the original. This is, I think, like the way that this one goes, it's like each stage. You're not actually running to each stage. It just goes out stage after stage. It kind of does what the old Sega Genesis Sonic does, where it just goes to another stage. I believe that's what this one does. Graphics are nice in this game. I didn't get too far in it. I got so many Dreamcast games, it's hard to get through a lot of these games, to be honest. And I just sadly didn't get through it. That game cost me a lot. Almost everything on here cost me a lot because I had to recollect my Dreamcast collection because I think I sold off a lot of it when I was younger. And then I regretted it after doing it. And then when I went back into collecting again, everything was super expensive. Just like I had to collect Power Stone again, and that was super expensive. Not the most expensive game or something like that. The most expensive game I got probably was that Fatal Fury game that Mark of the Wolves game, that game was like about $1.175 or $1.80, and that's still, for a sealed copy at least, or something like that. That game still sells for a lot online. Tomb Raider, one of the few games where I don't have it's not a complete copy. It's just a disc, because I didn't want to pay too much for this game, because I just wasn't that interested in it. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoyed the game. I actually played it recently, but it's a little bit dated, a little bit. I don't know if I would recommend it or not, or something like that. That's why I personally didn't even need a complete copy for it. Oh, upstairs I have MMA, but it's just a disc, and it's out of the. I don't think it plays my Dreamcast, so I shouldn't have it out of a case or something like that. But I should have it in a case like that to protect it. But it's upstairs, and I have one of the MMA games that were released on the Dreamcast, mixed martial arts. I didn't really play that though, because that's not my stuff. Didn't even catch it. Didn't catch the points, but it doesn't even really matter because the points aren't working. Rush to do nothing. Anyways, right here I got Rayman 2. Very gorgeous looking game. My Model Zero struggles to play this game because it has slight scratches on this copy. Most of my copies of Dreamcast games, they're pretty in great shape, pretty mint, close to mint. This one happens to have slight scratches on it, and my Model 1 Black Sports Dreamcast will play it. My Model Zero will not play this. It'll play it from the start, but then when I get to a certain stage, it just cuts out and boots up to the Dreamcast again, and just that irritates me. So that sucks that I end up getting a copy that does that. But it only does it with the Model Zero. It doesn't do it with my other Dreamcast. I don't know why. Strange. Maximum Pull, another game I didn't like, but it was another game that was dirt cheap that I got. It was brand new. I got it, and I opened it, and I wasn't feeling it. It's not my style of the game, and I just don't like the gameplay a little bit. It's difficult. Like, I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. Like, I was trying to use. I don't think I even got it to work. I don't know if I ever moved the stick to hit the ball, because I just didn't understand what the controls were. And I thought I went in the manual, and I still didn't understand. I was kind of confused. I forget. This is a sealed copy of this game called Psychic Force 2012. Never opened. Over here, we got Demolition Derby. It's an okay game. Nothing special, really. Just Demolition Derby. I don't know. I didn't care for it that much. Alone in the Dark over here. Pretty good game. Definitely highly recommended to play it. It's the Dreamcast version is really good. I like how it looks. It looks really nice on the Dreamcast. This game I didn't get far in it at all. I actually was bored with it. I think what attracted me to it because it has Rob Zombie's soundtrack in it, and some of his songs sound pretty cool. But the game itself kind of like sucks. The main character actually looks a lot like Marilyn Manson. I don't know if you can tell by the dark lighting sucks in my. I just don't have good lighting. But he looks like Marilyn Manson a little bit. But the funny thing is, no Marilyn Manson songs in it, which actually would have fit better with the thing, just because the character looks like Marilyn Manson. They probably wanted to get Marilyn Manson, and he probably said no. So then they went with Rob Zombie, but I could be wrong. But the main character looks like a lot like Marilyn Manson, and Marilyn Manson filed a lawsuit against him, I don't believe. So I mean, just a likeness. You can't unless he has proof that they're ripping him off totally. But anyways. Dynamite Cop, sealed copy. This is a sealed copy. That's a sealed copy right there. When I played Dynamite Cop at Down the Shore with my dad, I think it might have been a burnt copy or something, but I actually owned it at the time, but I didn't own the complete copy. It was just a disc and I think the case, but it was missing the manual. This is complete, but it's sealed. Illbleed. Whoops. Lighting sucks in this house. Illbleed. All right. This is the Japanese manual, but if you turn it around, it's the North American case. And inside is the North American disc. I just had to make that clear because I ended up, because I needed a manual, and I found a cheap manual online. It might have been like $5 or maybe $10. I forgot how much I paid for the manual, but it was on eBay, and then I got the Japanese manual because I couldn't find the North American manual. And over here we got Carrier, which I ended up losing. I ended up losing the, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I ended up losing the manual to this, so instead I just printed out a picture, and it basically looks like the manual's in it, but it's not the manual. The case is the case. And also, that's another one I don't have in a Ziploc bag. No, I really don't like to do that. I like to protect things, and if it's not really protected. Over here we have Neo. This is my second copy of this. The first copy I had was actually a brand new copy that I opened, and then I ended up selling it, and then I ended up regretting selling it. I beat this game too. I beat the original one, but it's very difficult. It's very similar to Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot. Let's say that word properly. Crash Bandicoot. It's very similar to that game. Pretty good game. It's unique. Over here we have Sonic Adventure. Over here we got Evolution, a game I played when I was younger. I don't think I ever beat it when I got younger, but I think I got fairly far in it when I was younger. Haven't played it much lately. Like I need to go back and try to play that game. It's pretty entertaining from what I remember. What is this? Dracunis? How do you pronounce that? Cult of the Worm? Is that how that's pronounced? I got fairly far in this game too, and it's pretty cool. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It's not exactly, and people are probably going to say it's a weird comparison. I'd probably compare this to Fable a little bit. Just like a precursor to Fable a little bit. It's like a crappier version of Fable, I would say, a little bit. It just some of it feels like kind of like a Fable type game to me. I don't know why. But the limitation of the Dreamcast, they couldn't make Fable for it. I think Dreamcast originally was going to have a Fable for the game in console, but it was probably for the best that it didn't, even though people were like, I want to see what that would have been like. And I think it would have been a lot like this game, probably. Sword of the Berserk. Jesus Christ, how many games did I got? Do I got hundreds of games? I don't even know. Not 200, but like, I guess I got a lot more games than I even remember. Virtual On, I had that game. It's I think one of the robots in this game, they have like a Sega Dreamcast backpack. That's pretty interesting to have that in the game. Over here, oh wait a second, this Evolution. Oh, I think Evolution's I forget. There's a way to boot this up into VGA, I think, or something. Evolution's a very bizarre game. It does support VGA, but I think you have to do something. You might have to boot it up with Codebreaker for some weird reason, and then it works or something. I remember there's a way I got VGA to work with this. So this does support VGA. I don't know if it says in the back it does, because I thought I had an issue with it. It actually says it does support VGA on the back, but for some weird reason I remember having an issue with this game where I had to like use a Game Shark to boot it into it first to get the VGA to recognize. I don't know why. But this one does say it supports VGA, so maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. I don't remember. This game over here, which is pretty fun. I got this fairly recently, maybe a couple months ago. I don't even remember when I picked this up. What is this called? Bust-A-Move 4? This does not support VGA. I know that. I'm looking in the back to make sure it doesn't say something like it does. Okay, I'm running out of time, and I still got a bunch of games still. Yeah, anyways, Bust-A-Move does not support VGA. You're going to have to play with Composite or S-Video and use a conversion to HDMI if you're playing it on a flat screen. Okay, here's another game that I don't know what this is because it's a Japanese game that I got for free, basically. It came with the package with the Darkstalkers, so that's why I'm saying it came free, because Darkstalkers game was fairly cheap. I think it was like $40 or something like that, and then I got like 2 extra games with it, but they're games I weren't interested in, and they probably weren't interested in Japan. That's why they gave it to me basically free. Anyways, over here we have Soul Calibur. Good. Over here we have Slave Zero, which is an inferior, crappier version of the PC version one. It cut the music out of this one. It's got a lot of glitches and problems with it, but I still like the game. I still like it. And also, I think there's 4-player co-op in this, or you play against each other, I guess. I don't know. I've never done that. That's pretty interesting. Anyways, I had to make this video a little bit faster. Power Stone 2, excellent game, just like the first one. But it's even better because you can actually play with 4 players. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's move on. We have the there's like 2 motorcycle games for the Dreamcast. And the other one I heard really sucks. And it's actually the other one's rare, but it's like so bad that it doesn't go for a lot online. But this is supposedly the better one. It's called Suzuki Airstar, or I don't know how, Alstar. I don't know how you pronounce that. Anyways, that's a pretty fun arcade type racer. It's not great, but it's not a bad game either. I wouldn't call it bad. We have GTA 2, Grand Theft Auto 2. The overhead, it's not 3D graphics, obviously. And if you know that I think someone's working on a Grand Theft 3 port. I don't know if it's ever going to get completed, but he's doing a fast job at it because I think he only recently started. So I'm pretty impressed. I don't know if Rockstar's going to be annoying and try to shut that down. They haven't been so far, so maybe they're impressed that somebody's actually taking the time to do that. Or maybe he asked for permission. I don't know. I just hope Grand Theft Auto 3 actually gets ported to Dreamcast because that'd be a very interesting project. I've got Toy Commander over here. We got Spawn in the Demon's Hand right over here. And then we got Heavy Metal over here. Oh, I wish I paid $5.99 for this. I don't know where this sticker came from. Oh, maybe it's already on it. Maybe the person, I didn't pay that. I think I paid a little bit more than that. I definitely know I did. I may have paid like $30 for $40 for that. I forget how much I paid for Heavy Metal. 0 points again. Yay, that's a bot's broken. But yeah, that's Heavy Metal. It's got a pretty cool cast in it. Not as good as Spawn. I think Spawn has the better cast. Well, it's more recognizable for anybody that ever watched the Spawn cartoon or read any of the comics. Oh no, I got things backwards now. Let me fix things up. Next, we got Marvel vs. Capcom. I gotta speed this up a little bit more. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The second one was really expensive. I don't know what it sells for now, but I know I paid like, I think, what was it? It would have been about a year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years ago or something like that. I paid probably like $1.50 for this online or something like that. And the price fluctuates up and down. That's with games in general. So I don't know what it's going for now, but I paid an insane price for this. And the disc is pretty much mint, so I'm not too upset about it. And at the time, I had the money for it, so a lot of this shit is like very expensive. This is probably thousands worth of dollars of Dreamcast games because just the prices alone, like were certain things, is just insane. Dead or Alive 2, and over here we got Street Fighter Alpha 3. Pretty good fun, pretty good game. I would still probably take Capcom. Is it SNK versus Capcom or Capcom versus SNK? I think it's Capcom versus SNK. I would take that over this. Over here, a lot of people like this one. I don't know how to feel about it. It has great graphics, but I'm not really good at it. It's Street Fighter 3 as this Third Strike. This is the Third Strike copy. I think I remember paying a decent price for this. I don't know if it was like 80 or 90 bucks or something like that. I forget. I thought I paid a pretty hefty price for this. And I also have this on the Xbox 360, but the Xbox 360 version, for some reason, makes the characters smaller. It's definitely better looking on the Dreamcast than it is on the 360 version. But the 360 version was dirt cheap, especially when they ran a sale recently where I was able to get a digital copy of that dirt cheap. I think it was like $1 and some change. So a lot cheaper than this version, but this version's better in my opinion for the Dreamcast, in my personal opinion, at least, because I don't like smaller sprites personally. I like them when they were bigger. Crazy Taxi over here. And then we got Pen Triathlon right here. We got that game. Oh, look, the lighting's better on the top, but I couldn't do that with all the games because I have so many games. I don't want things to start to fall off. So I wasn't able to do that earlier, obviously. And then we got Blue Stinger, my open copy of it. And that's about it. And upstairs, I have the Game Shark with the VHS one, the original one, where the original Game Shark, you would need I do have the dongle down here for it. Here it is. I got this. And I end up ordering the thing anyways, just like that, so I could get a copy of the Game Shark so I don't have to open the brand new one. The brand new one's actually kind of dirty or something. It's almost like it fell off a truck and got mud in it or something like that, the one I have upstairs. But I decided not to open it anyways. But yeah, the Game Shark thing. This is for the original one. And the original Game Shark, you needed this. You couldn't just use a standard VMU. You needed this. Because I had this when I was younger, but I ended up losing the disc, and that's why I needed another copy. And anywho, you need this for the original one. But the one I showed you earlier, you don't need this. You just need a VMU. You know, the orange one I showed you earlier. Here we go. I'll get it again. I really don't want to scratch this up because it's in pretty good condition. But this one. But you know what the difference is? The difference is because this one, the code, the background is orange. But on the original Game Shark, I wonder if I can find a picture of it online real quick. let me see something. The original Game Shark, it was special because it had a redhead chick or something like that. It had pretty nice cleavage. So I don't know if they purposely changed that because they thought it was inappropriate for kids to see that. I don't know what the reasoning was, but I think it's cooler like that, but maybe that makes me a pervert. I don't freaking know. I think most people are perverts anyways. I think there's a lot of hypocrisy in life, so it is what it is. I'm seeing if I can find a background of it. I think I have to click the video to get to it. Yeah, I gotta click the video to it. YouTube showed me a video of it. Jesus Christ. Just take me to the video. Just take me to the video. They didn't even take me to YouTube. I don't know what this website is. I don't even know what this website is. Jesus. Get me to the...
description field.
Alright. Let's see. I'm trying to get to a nice picture of it. Where is the nice picture of it? I'm going to mute that because I don't know if there's copyright on this. Why, no way. What the heck? I guess that's the way they're going to show us it. Anyways, let me blow that up. Here we go. So this is the original Game Shark, the one with the this dongle right here. You get a nice cleavage in the background of this redhead chick, or orange hair. I don't know what color her hair is, but I think that looks cooler. And she's got it looks like a Dreamcast zapper right there. It looks like Interact because at this time period, sadly, the Columbine shooting I think happened like a year before the Dreamcast. Was it a year before? I'm sorry. The Columbine shooting happened in, what was it, April 1999? I don't like to keep track of tragic events, so I might be wrong. No, I think it was it April or was it? I don't know. It's sad. But anyways, Sega, for some reason, they didn't want to release a zapper that looked too much like a gun, so they ended up making Interact the official Dreamcast light gun. And I had that when my dad picked it up when Sega Dreamcast launched on September 9th, 1999. 9999. Did I say that right? 9999. Yes. Anywho, I prefer the background of this better, but my friend online says, oh, it's stupid. He preferred the orange look. He thought the orange looked cooler. The orange one looks like, let me find a picture of it real quick. Let me look it up. Somebody has a video on YouTube showing the orange one off. The orange one has it looks cool and stuff like that, but I'm used to the original one that I grew up with, but I don't know. It's all about taste, what you think looks cooler or what you prefer. Oh, this has got, let's see. Here we go. I need to get to what he's at. So, this is what the orange one looks like. My friend prefers this one, and that's what that case I showed you earlier, that's what this is. The orange one just looks like this. And the orange one, you know what the benefit is? It already has all the codes in it, but I don't really cheat in video games. I guess if you want extra characters and you didn't unlock the characters, that's helpful. This is more for playing imports. If you want to play Guilty Gear X, if you want to play Darkstalkers or something that's a Japanese only release, or there's also England released games like Headhunter and stuff like that. I don't have that game though, but I think you can play PAL releases too, but don't quote me on that because I think PAL is a different frame rate, or is it 50 hertz or something? I don't know what that is. Anywho, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I apologize for about the bad lighting. This is a 34-minute video. I'm going to have to re-encode it. Otherwise, it's probably going to be like a 5 gig file, and that's not going to be good. Or 6 gig file. I don't know how big the file is. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now. Have a lovely day.